about and really explaining the ritual for Our Lady Queen of Peace, whose feast day is on January 24th, tomorrow, if you're watching the same day, or on July 9th. So I'm going to go over some of the basics of the ritual guide if you would like a copy for yourself. They're available on my Patreon to all tier patrons. No, the prayers are available to tiers 3 through 5, and 10 and above get the whole ritual guide. So, if you're interested in that, it's over there. Our Lady Queen of Peace is an apparition that came very early into the year as I was planning and as I was setting feast days for the whole year. And I found it interesting that she is the first feast we're celebrating technically, and she very made it clear that it is by or for a purpose. It is purposefully chosen that she is the first feast. And I'm very excited about that. I talk about this in the ritual guide, but as you make your petitions for this feast day, to really think about the whole year and both speak these blessings over the whole year as well as be mindful of that whole year, the ups and downs you may or may not have. So these prayers are very, very wonderful to me, at least. um, we have the Litany of Loretto, which I recommend as just a practice if you are entering a Marian devotion or trying to get closer to Mary in any capacity. Chant the Litany of Loretto like you would a mantra or something else. You can use rosary beads, which is traditional. You can use any kind of bead that you might have. This one is just, these ones are jade. And you can just chant like one epithet per bead and just keep going. Eventually, you'll have it closer to memory. There are a lot, so do not feel bad. But it is a very good way to connect to her energy and to open up to the vast spectrum that is Mary, and frankly, the greater spectrum that is the Mother. Ooh, I really like the prayer to Our Lady Queen of Peace. That's one that is relatively standard that I added to this. It's not one that I wrote or did much to at all. Those was really appreciated. We also have the Prayer for Peace, which is based off of a more well known one, but I changed it for some purposes. Um, while I think the intentions behind the original prayer are pure and I still like to use it, I did change it around so we have some more intentional wording. um, Instead of creating a dichotomy between doubt and faith, which can lead to feelings of failure or otherwise cause more harm than good, it's changed to console or amplify my faith. That way, we're not pitting them against each other, but asking for more of something in response. I think it's a nuanced difference that might not matter to anybody but me, but it matters to me. So there you go. The candle ritual is the main focus of this, and I want to share that you can expand this out to be as big as is comfortable for you and comfortable financially. You can expand this with different flowers. You can add multiple candles around it. If you do, I recommend working with numbers like 6, 3, or 7. uh, Candles around, flowers around those. You can make it as big or as small as you need. I designed it to be small, that it is a candle that you can make monthly, ideally. And it is a really good way to process through as you're carving out this wax. You're instructed to think about the things that you want to remove from yourself and why you want to remove them, the obstacles you feel are before you, the health issues you feel are holding back, and to keep digging through those and digging through them. And mind you, we don't throw that wax away, though it does represent those hardships. After journaling about it, the goal is to then combine them with herbs and representative oils and then to put them back into the candle so that none of that energy is lost, but that we can transmute it, ideally, unpack it, understand it, and find acceptance in it. And through the burning of that wax, we can see those problems likely dissolved. I find it more effective especially having obstacles removed is more effective when you have taken the time to not only unpack them and sort of label what all the things you want removed are, but to understand and empathize with those things, be it hardship or struggle or sickness. Yeah. Spirit tends to help you more, and I find will be more willing to clear obstacles on your behalf when you have taken the time to understand what those obstacles are and whether or not they serve a greater purpose in front of you. Not always the case, but still. I really advise that you journal or draw as you're doing these candle rituals. And you can do this monthly or you could just do the candle monthly. That's your call. Just to have something physical to process with, to write it out or to draw about it. And it makes it easier to come back later or to show to a mental health professional. All three good options. There's also some recommended plants for peace. The candle that you're making is one that is meant to attract and maintain peace from a holistic standpoint. So we're coming at it from a few different perspectives and asking what is peace? What is the nature of peace that we want? And to that effect, you can change what energies you put into this candle as you see fit for whatever peace might mean at that time. For the purposes of this one, we have peace, balance, and transformation. Those are the three energies we're imbuing into the candle ritual for this month. Again, you can change it, use different plants, add different intentions. For example, if one day or if 1 month peace would be, I need my bills paid, you can add some herbs for that. Change it up. The ritual itself, I describe in the ritual guide a larger ritual that you can do that involves like more elemental things. This one is very, very simple. I usually do it on just like a square cloth or a bandana like this. Makes it very easy. There's already a circle to line all your stuff up. I like it. At the very center, you can place an object you would like to charge with these energies. Um, balance, peace, transformation. For me, I made a tea that was calming, medicinally, chamomile and tulsi to regulate the nervous system. And doing so in combination with these intentions makes for a more potent effect. And then in each corner, you're going to place an elemental representative. And you want this to be really aligned. This is the part that I think might be the most confusing because it's a little weird to explain. So in my earth corner, for example, I chose a large, sturdy rock quartz crystal because that represented balance, stability, and a sense of peace to me. It is therefore in alignment with the rest of the ritual. The corner for fire, I placed the peace candle that I addressed because there you go. And then in the water corner, I put clear tap water that I use to pour libations afterwards. But that was clear water with holy water in it. You can add like a lavender tea or something else, another water item that represents peace. You can use shells here. I would recommend an upward turn shell. Um, and then in the north light, some incense that are calming, be it lavender. You can use copal. I believe that's what I used. Even tobacco, something that's really relaxing to smell in the air, be it cinnamon or whatever you might like. And this I would recommend you do in a public area. I left mine in my kitchen because it's really supposed to radiate throughout the house. And then you can share, like if you make tea in the center like I did, you can share that with other people in the house. Or if you are charging a talisman or an amulet with it, that's just on my brain. But you can do that there. Wear it on yourself, give it to others. And yeah, all in all, I want this to be very simple. I want this ritual for peace to not be something overly chaotic or complicated that you then have to stress about how to do it or to get the things for it. I expressly state in the ritual guide that this can be done purely with prayer, and you do not even need a candle or a glass of water or anything. And I really want it to feel easy. Ease, I think, is an important factor in a sense of peace. And it's important that as we go about calling upon these energies spiritually and magically, that we emulate or reflect those virtues a little bit by giving ourselves peace, by taking rest for ourselves, by being compassionate to ourselves. Get you in the right headspace. Better ritual, better outcome. That is all I have. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to comment. You can send me an email. Again, if you want to join my Patreon and be a part of this group ritual, there's still time. If you would like to join the Patreon, we do group rituals every month like this. They are for different spirits, and they are announced the first of the month. Thank you so much for being here. That is all I have. It is peace I offer you, and it is in peace I leave you. Have a wonderful day.